So, hi everybody and welcome back to the Unreal Engine 5 tutorial series for absolute beginners, and this is video number 21, and in this video we are talking how you can get from different places characters. Let's start with Metahuman. When you click here on top in Quixel Bridge and you are in Quixel Bridge, then you can click, normally you would be here, let me see this, and then you can click here down to Metahuman. And then you have all these default Metahuman characters are available. They are high quality characters, and interesting is they are scalable. If you say, I don't make a very high level game, I make a low level game, you can later downscale them. And they even said you can use them on high level mobiles later if it is possible. That's interesting, but in general they use most time these characters for high level games. You will see on Matrix Awakened this character, the first one was there I think, and 8K resolution. So that was one way. Next way is we go to our launcher. Let me switch to our launcher. In our launcher there are many places. We start as a beginner on the free place, and here you can check all what you have here available and go for character filters. For example, you select this one, and then here on the side one, go to the character filter. Of course there are other things too, but right now we concentrate on character, and you see there are this for all, and these characters here, there are around 30 about these characters, and they are called the Paragon characters. You see, they start all time with Paragon. This was made by Epic, a game some years ago. They abandoned this game and concentrated on Fortnite and made this available for us. These characters actually are high level, high texture level characters. What I mean with that, when you click, for example, this one, or let me see, yeah, these characters, what you see here, they contain of high level. When we scroll here a little bit down, then we see they have skins. Interesting, you can change the skins. They have here sound in it, FX, so special FX in it, animations. That's very important. This is the difference about the other characters which we are going to talk. These characters in Paragon, they have their own animations already in, so we don't have to retarget them. That's good. And then you can see number of textures. This is crazy. It's a high level, high number, which means the size, this size of one of this Paragon character is crazy. I think 3 GB for one character, because they have so much included. You can really think if you want it, but they are compatible with 5 and come all with the with the setup. Let's go on. What we have here, of course there are more. This are the only important thing about Paragon was they have all included animations, so we have not to retarget it. For example, Metahuman, what I have mentioned here, they have no animation. We have to use the retarget system, which we are going to talk soon too, when we retarget the characters. And the same goes here for, let's go on. You have, of course, here more. You can here check all the categories, which free characters we have. And then, of course, you can go here in general, browse and buy also characters if you find there one. But at start, I would say we concentrate on the free ones because we are learning. And then let's continue a little bit with the internet. In internet, there are so many places you can search. Here I mentioned here two. One is Maximo. You see we have here characters too, but Maximo is a special place because you can get animations here too. That's very nice. So you can animate your characters. You can even bring your character here to Maximo, I think, and animate it and something like that. Or get the animations from here to Unreal Engine 5. I'm not sure. The other way around, it's possible too. And then animate, use these animations, for example, in your in Unreal Engine. For example, here's a dance animation for breakdance, or here's a normal dance animation, and there are many more. Then we have here Sketchfab. Sketchfab are a little bit tricky to find this 3D free section. You write there free and then most time it should find this free section. There are some versions are paid, we skip them, and you can then watch all this animations here too, characters too, not animations. And yeah, there are many sites there too. So, and we go to the libraries. Let's say you downloaded now characters from the internet, from Marketplace or whatever, or you created, of course. There's one more thing. You can create, of course, your own character in a 3D software, model your character. For example, Blender is free, or you use Maya or 3D Max, and then you can get your characters and how to get these characters into your game, and that's we are going to talk now. So one way, oops, let me start with this one. Metahuman, very easy. You click character. Here is the setting, highest setting, download, add, and it will be added to your content drawer. That's it. And then we have, but it's not ready to, the character is ready, but we have to retarget because there is no animations. Then the next version is, let's say from the Marketplace I talked, you have downloaded it from the Marketplace. Then you are here in your library, and then you find your character here in the library. You write anything. Let's say I write Paragon here, Paragon for example, and then it jumps up, and you see this Paragon characters here. There are around 30 characters alone. The Paragon characters are 30 high level, and there are much more. But crazy that we have so many characters already available with high level quality. And yeah, and the nice thing is here you just click add to project, and this one will then add it to your content drawer, and that's it. And the next way is, which I have to say too, sometimes we have a problem. It says not add to projects, for example. It will say, let me see if I find something like that. Okay, I don't find, because I could show you this one. I think the Ancient of the Valley was this, something like that. Sample projects was this most time. Let me go here, for example, to this, no, here to the sample project. So for example, the city sample, right? This is with Unreal Engine 5 comes new, the city sample. When you click on this one, we have here a problem, right? The problem is it says create a project and not add to a project, which means it will create this amazing city, but I'm not going to create this because I have not the PC for that. But if you have, what I want to point out is you can create the city, and then if there are characters, you can take the characters out into your project, and this is called then migration. And we will talk about migration too. Let me show this here. One we don't need right now. Let's go in the content drawer. Let's say I select my character here fast, or here, this character. Let's say you can migrate all assets, not only character. For example, this. Let's go here to characters actually. And here, where is my, let's go. Here's my character, for example, and then I click here, right click, and then I go here to, where's my create asset action. Then I have to go to asset action, and then here is export or migrate. Migrate means when we click on it, this character will be now, okay, first I have select all. Okay, and then this character will now available. These are the options to migrate, and the problem is it selects all references as well. That's a big problem with this migrate tool. What I mean with all reference, for example, it is a reference anywhere in game and make use of it. It will take this in account too. And sometimes you just want, for example, only, let's say, the mesh, then you have to uncheck all other things manually. But at the start, we just take this without unchecking. Probably don't know all things, but if you know, you can uncheck this. And when you click then here on migrate, let's say, okay, then it asks for a place, then you find your folder. In my case, it would be, you find your Unreal projects, and in your Unreal projects, you will find your game. We created this one here. And then, very important, you have to go to content. And then you can add this one content here. And yes, I did. Let's go. And then you can do here something, right? And then I don't know why I have to select here still something. Anyway, this will be work anyhow. I will show you this later when we go to migrate. And this was just a preview. And let's continue. What I wanted to say is, let's go back to this one. This was one thing. And yes, the one thing, a very important one, is also how we can get a character. Yes, you can just create, for example, I already told this, in Blender, in anywhere you want, Maya, 3D Max, a character, and you can just drag and drop it here in the content drawer. Very important here in content, so not here in content, and then you drag and drop it here and it's in. And then we have just to animate it. And what I mean with animated, for example, when you get a character, they have no assigned animations. For example, the Metahuman, which I showed you here, they will have no animations. And what we will do in the next video then, after we get a character, is we assign them the already existent animation which we have here from the example from the starter template. That's our, oops, not this one. Where is this? There are starter animations, and we will just assign them. Let's see here and here. So these are the starter animations which come with the starter, with the third person template, and we have them. And if you get, for example, Metahuman or any other place in animation, and then we can assign these animations to the new character and use the default one. Of course, we can add later more animations too, but at start we will use this, and this procedure is called retargeting, but retargeting takes a little while. Here is an example of a Paragon character, which I have to tell you things. If you are going to download this Paragon character, let me show you how it looks like. Then this Paragon character, let's start here too. This Paragon character is very high level detail. You can see it. It is, I think it's already 8K resolutions, and so it has a good thing. And the point here, a very important point here, is it comes already with animations. We don't have any retargeting to do. And it has even a shot animation. You can see this one, of course, there is no effects, for example, no spell and so on, no sound, that we have to add later. But the problem here is these animations, you have to tweak a little bit, because they are, for example, this comes with this pose here. This default pose, idle pose, was this one, and actually I wanted this pose as an idle. We will talk about this later, but that said, there is one more problem if you use this Paragon characters, and I want to show you this fast too, because that's very important. If you are going to download the Paragon character and you are compiling here, you will have all time a warning here, 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 all time the red ones. And the reason for that one is Paragon is actually using old mannequin from UE4, the naming of UE4 naming, which means in the end effect, in UE4 this was called turn right without this left gamepad, right? And this was, and so on. This was called in UE4 look up, for example, instead, without this down gamepad. And later, when you import a Paragon character, for example, just right click and then write this one, turn right, and then you must find this input axis and then select the right one here. For example, this one was turn right, and then careful, is this gamepad version or the mouse version? It says most time here. For example, this one is for the gamepad, and oh no, it says here anywhere. Here is for the mouse and here is for the gamepad. That is very important. And these names here are actually listed in, when we go here on edit, on project settings. We will talk about this also when we go down here in input, and here on top we have here 2 input sections. These are the most important at start. The one is the action mapping jump, action mapping, not the jump is the created one. And here are the axes which I mentioned, and here you can see the naming here: move forward, move right, left, and here's this gamepad, this lookup rate, which I showed you here. And this was an Unreal Engine 4 just without this one. So they have added this one here, and that's why we have to get now this node. So this one is connected to this place here when we right click it, and then write, for example, let's find one of them. Let's say I want to find this move right here, then I write just here, right click, search bar, move right, and you see we have find this input axis, and then move left is here, but I said move right. Here, move right and slash left. Okay, that's it. And you can check this one if this is move right, left, move here. This was this one which I selected here, move right, left. Okay, I think you get the idea. You have to change these nodes if you download a Paragon, and if you do this, you can have then something like this one. A character which you have not to retarget. The only problem is probably there are some animations which are be fixed or you want change, but this one works out of the box. Okay, it costs a lot of space, 3 GB I think was this character, plus compiling shaders will be even more, but it looks awesome right off the box. We can use it, and in the next video, I will show how we use actually the other characters, how we get them, like we add them and use the retargeting system. That's very important. And the retargeting system means, just like I said before, we use the default animations and bring them to the new character. And that's very important. I think the many user will use this version, and it's very important to learn. That's why we make them. Okay. And the last note before I stop, there are characters. Actually, let me show you that too. Yeah, about character we can talk a lot. There are characters. Where is that? Oh no, here. Let's go here. There are characters which are actually not one mesh. That's very important to mention, because you are, for example, the Paragon character or the Metahuman, they are one mesh characters, but you will find also characters who are not one mesh, and they are called modular characters, and they are, I think, a little bit different retarget, but not that much, not that difficult as well. And I think it was this. Let me go here to characters fast to show you what I mean with modular character, not one mesh character. What is it? For example, this one is a modular character. You see here one mesh, but in real, he's not one mesh. What I mean not with one mesh, when we watch it, here we can see the body part, leg part, and body, other head parts, and so on. And there are many other characters which you can get for free who are built like this. And we have to consider this one too later when we retarget or we get characters and so on, because you can stylize them easier, I think, because you just swap out, for example, the head or the body. I think the Metahuman is also changeable, probably. I'm not sure. The Metahuman is also changeable, I think. And yeah, that's it for this one. I think we talked enough places where we can get character, add character, and we will continue in the next game to retarget a character, which means to make it usable in our scene. It's already usable if you are using a Paragon character. Then you don't need to retarget.